Now, Acting National Police Commissioner Puleng Dimpane says additional resources have been allocated in the manhunt for suspects in the killing of police officers in Reiger Park, east of Johannesburg. 4 people, including 2 officers, were shot dead on Friday night. This brings the number to 8 police officers that have been killed in the line of duty since April this year. For more on this, we take you live now to our reporter Calvin Dludla, who is monitoring developments on the ground. Calvin, a very good afternoon to you. A very heart-wrenching story which continues to develop. What's the latest on the ground? Calvin, what are the latest developments on the ground?
Good afternoon to you and to our SABC viewers at home. We are outside Reiger Park police station. That is where the acting Minister of Police, Firoz Kachala, has just gone inside. We just saw him disembarking onto a motor vehicle, and he went inside with his entourage, and we are told that he's going to be briefed by the members of the South African Police Service inside that police station. Then he will come out and be able to brief us. Remember, when we were about to leave the crime scene, he came, and that is when we were told that now he was just there just to see the crime scene and talk to some of the forensics, and then he had to come here. We had to follow him, and that is where he is now, inside this particular police station. He's not alone. He is with the senior members from DPCI, known as the Hawks, including their national spokesperson, Colonel Katlego Mogale. What we know now is that the firearms that were taken from the police officers on Friday, our sources are telling us that those 2 firearms have been recovered by the members of the South African Police Service. Just to refresh the mind of the viewer, on Friday night at around 7:30, police were responding to a gun shots in Reiger Park, and we are told that when they were on their way to respond, they were stopped by 2 suspects, and they thought that these suspects are actually assisting them or helping them in order to find or to get as to where exactly where these gunshots are coming from. And that is when we were told that they were ambushed, they were killed. And remember, they are not the only ones who were shot and killed, and 2 civilians were also shot and killed on that particular night. We are told that police managed to drive after that particular incident, and their car unfortunately ended up hitting a palisade of a school, and that is where they died. Yesterday, or Saturday rather, SABC News was here when the mayor of the city of Goruleni, Dimpane Kagaza, visited one of the families. He cried hysterically, so saying that he feels sorry for these family members, and we were able to also speak to them. By the way, they told us that if at least police can be able to track and trace these suspects. Yesterday, we were also here again when the Provincial Commissioner of the South African Police Service in Gauteng, Lieutenant General Tommy Mtombeni, and the Acting Minister of Police, Firoz Kachala, were also here. They held a media briefing. Community members were also invited to participate in that particular media briefing. What we picked up from that particular media briefing was that the community members were furious. They were livid. They were telling us that it's not easy for the community members to live around because of what is taking place around this area. And we were told by the police that they are tracing these suspects. And what we know now is that there were persons of interest that were taken for questioning over the weekend. We don't know the exact number, and we don't know who they are. We don't have their identity. But what we know is that there are 2 people that were taken. They are the persons of interest, and we are not sure whether they were charged or not. Now, what we know is that police officers now managed to recover 2 firearms that were taken from the police officers on Friday night, and the police acting minister Firoz Kachalia will be able to come out here and be able to brief the media on what transpired on Friday, and maybe give us the progress of their investigation, and if indeed those 2 firearms that were taken from the police service officials on Friday, police officers who were attached to the anti-gang unit known as the AGU, were taken. And now we are waiting for him so that he can be able to explain to us as to what really happened and the progress of their investigations.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it for now.